In this presentation, you will learn about the characteristics of tribal, rural, and urban societies. Indian society has been broadly divided into tribal, rural, and urban societies on the basis of their geographical surroundings and socio-cultural characteristics. Tribals live in relative isolation, marked with distinct culture, language, and religion. They are considered to be socio-economically backward. Rural societies are village societies mainly based on caste, attachment to the past, as well as having an agricultural economy. Urban society is based on non-agricultural occupations like industries and service sector. However, there has been continuous interaction between these three kinds of societies, and we cannot put them into watertight compartments. Tribal community. A tribe can be defined as a community living in hilly forests or well-demarcated areas, having its own culture, religion, language, and strong ethnic identity. Anthropologists have explained tribe as a social group with territorial affiliation, endogamous in nature, ruled by tribal chiefs, united in language or dialect, following tribal beliefs and customs, conscious of their ethnic and territorial homogeneity. Characteristics of tribal people. They live in forests or hilly areas. They have or practice their own culture, folklore, cosmology, beliefs and customs. Their economy is based on subsistence and it is self-sufficient in nature. They have their own political system through family and kinship ties. There is no rigid social stratification. Tribals have their own religion and belief system. Their forms of religion are animism, which is worshipping the soul or ancestors, animatism, worshipping any non-living body like stone or wood, totemism, worshipping a tree or animal as the founding ancestor, and naturalism, worshipping of objects of nature like the sun, moon, forests, river, etc. They have a strong ethnic identity with a strong sense of belongingness to their own community. There are about 461 tribes found in India. Their distribution can be broadly divided into 5 regions: Northeast, Sikkim and Himalayas; Western region, Central region, the South region, and island communities. Most tribes are patrilineal or patriarchal in nature. Authority, property, line of descent, and residency are passed from father to son. For example, the Bhils of Madhya Pradesh and Santals of West Bengal and Bihar. Compared to non-tribal communities in India, tribals have greater equality among sexes. Society is based on kingship groups like clans, lineages, and families. Some tribal groups are matriarchal. For example, the Garo and Khasi tribes of Meghalaya. Economically, they are egalitarian societies with equal rights and opportunities. Rural communities. Rural society comprises those living in villages and dependent on natural environment. Rural economy rests predominantly on agriculture and allied activities. These societies have low density of population, intimate group relations, and oral traditions. Rural societies are rich in culture and tradition. Characteristics of rural societies. Agriculture is the main occupation of the people. It is not only a source of income, but also a way of life. Village communities are smaller in size with lower density of population. They have primary group behavior and face-to-face communication. The social structure is based on kingship, family relationships, the role of lineage, that is Vansh, and this is considered very important. Most people live in a joint family system. They are more conservative and tradition-oriented towards performance of rituals. There is cooperation as well as a feeling of brotherhood among the villagers. Their culture consists of customs, rituals, unwritten norms that are orally transmitted and learned. Communities are homogeneous in nature. Economy is based on agriculture and cottage industries. However, decline in cottage industries have pushed villagers to migrate to neighboring towns. Villages follow the caste system, which is hierarchical, based on religious customs and nature of occupation. Brahmins form the priestly caste, Kshatriyas the protectors, Vaishyas the traders, and Shudras the scavengers. The economy is relatively self-sufficient. Mobility is restricted within villages. They prefer a traditional and conservative style of living. Any deviant behavior is dealt with strictness. Panchayat is the political governing body in rural India. The urban community. An urban society can be defined as an area having higher density of population, people engaging in occupations other than agriculture and domestication of animals. Urban society includes towns, cities, and metros. Characteristics of urban community. Cities and towns have a higher density of population than rural areas. Cultural heterogeneity is seen as people from different areas migrate to cities in search of education, employment, and healthcare. Cities have a man-made environment. Occupations are non-agricultural and are based on manufacturing, trade and commerce, professional and governance. There is higher social mobility and people adapt to class structure with upper, middle and lower class based on economic criteria. Interaction among people is based on secondary contact. Interaction is formal, impersonal. Leisure time is spent in parks, restaurants, cinema halls, markets, or clubs. Formal social control is in the form of courts, police, and other administrative bodies. Urban society is based on market and monetary economy. Civic facilities like roads, electricity, water supply, cinema, etc. are well developed. Anonymity is a feature of urban society.